can I be honest? I honestly am not a huge fan of the word manifestation. I feel like it sort of carries a connotation of like very woo-woo magical type stuff. And the truth is I actually am realizing more and more that when there's like a dividing line, right? Like between people who are fully into manifestation and then the rest of the people who are not. And I think for me, what I have realized and why I resonate so much with the word manifestation is because it's a way of explaining how I've I am doing in my life all of the things I've already always been doing. And the way I want to explain it to you is that I can honestly tell you that when I think over the course of my life, when I think about the cars that I've owned, the houses that I've lived in, the jobs that I've had, the relationships that I've had, the success in my business that I've had, I can tell you wholeheartedly that before those things showed up in actuality, in reality, as you want to call it, before it was visible to my 3D senses where I could taste, touch, smell, experience all of those things, it began as a thought, right? It began as a vision. It began as me dreaming. It began as me researching. It began as me starting to put my focus in an area specifically, right? So, manifesting, the word manifesting, it's kind of cool. You're like, what's manifestation? Blah, blah, blah. And I understand that, it's like I said, it can be kind of seen as like this magical world. But the truth is it's just living. Whether you realize that it's magical or not, you are creating. There's sayings that go with whatever you believe, you are right. Or if you think you can or you can't, you are right. And all I am here for is to try to make you very intentional about that living, that creation, that manifesting. Because just like I have manifested or created, or I'm living the life that I have, envisioned, or you want to call it something else, I have done that creation process on all of the good things, and I have also done that for the bad things. And what I'm talking about there is I have had the arguments with people in my head. I have had the judgments towards people, and it has shown up to prove me correct. And the very truth of it is, whether or not it's because it's the lens that I'm filtering through, or because that's actual truth, that, it would be the absolute truth of the situation, I just know that from whatever angle, perspective, and belief that I am coming from, I am experiencing this world through that lens. I am experiencing this world through that perspective. So, some of the key things that I want to intentionally experience the world as is I want to experience the world from a place of knowing that I am loved. I want to experience the world from a place of knowing that I am stable and secure. I want to experience the world from a place of knowing that I am healthy. Do you understand? That is the distinguishing factor. It's about being intentional, making sure I'm all good internally, that I am not looking for the outside world to fill me up. I am not looking for the outside world to give me something that I do not have. And while I do like the idea that this is a supportive world that we live in, that we're surrounded by friends and family and good people, I also recognize that the only true responsibility that anybody has is to themselves. I am responsible for my own happiness. I am responsible for my security. I am responsible for my stability. I am responsible for my self-concept. So, all I'm saying is you may not realize it. So, hopefully you can realize it now, but You are creating your life whether you like it or not, whether you believe you're manifesting or not. You are daydreaming and spending your time focused on things, and you are going to perceive the world from that lens, from that angle, from those experiences, from those emotions. So if you need to do some cleanup, it's not because the stuff around you on the outside has to change. It's because you need to do some inner work. You need to make sure that you know that you are all of the things. And some of my other videos, I talk about that. But that is kind of something distinguishing I want to make, because I feel like when you hear the word manifestation, it sounds like magical, blah, blah, blah. And the truth is, the way that we are creating our life is magical. It truly is. It just doesn't always feel magical because it's so readily available to us. It's so easy to do. It's what we naturally do that it doesn't feel special. But I want you to think back. Think back to your car. Go back far. I'm not talking about a goal right now. I'm talking about goals that you've already achieved. When you purchased your car, weren't you thinking about it before you got it, before you were behind the wheel? When you were thinking of the type of job that you wanted, weren't you spending your time, your energy, your focus? You were daydreaming about it, you were imagining it, you were researching all about that. Maybe you were going to school for it. So I know someone needed to hear that today, and I just want to remind you to keep shining your light because the world needs it. Take care.